So hello and welcome back and to a quick review of our Dido experiment. So I did as I mentioned at the end of the episode, I didn't make a let's play out of it. It was just meant for you guys as inspiration, and I carried on playing. It was sort of a speed game and did the things that came to my mind. I settled cities. I don't know how many I had when we left the game. We settled all around here. We had a city up here. Eventually I settled up here to get some more iron. Like this one, and this one we took off Venice. I'll come to that in a minute. And arguably that was not enough. Maybe we should have had another city here, or maybe we should have also considered going deeper into this territory here. So we took progress, and what you want to do is spread out quite a bit. But as far as those world projects was concerned, I lost the first one. I lost the treasure fleet to the Aztecs down here. That was a little bit surprising. I don't know where they got all the production from, but even the overflow wasn't enough. We got the later ones. Can't remember what we all got. You can have a look here. Does it show here? Never quite sure. I'm not entirely sure if it's in here. No, maybe not. So there was the United Nations we got. We got the international games. And another main factor of the game anyhow was our religion, right? We found it quite early. And we took this belief where we can spread our religion to city-states and other civs and get tourism or influence. And we got the Borobudur as well, which helped with that. So we spread our religion to Venice completely, and then also managed to convert Persia down here. But as you can see now, the Indian religion was eventually too strong, so I lost all that. But it was enough at the time to pass ours as the world religion, which gave us extra votes and sort of allowed us to control the world congress. For most of the game, it was like this. In fact, it was probably most of the game was better than this. I had all the city-states on my signs. We also took the statecraft tree here. So we actually get immense amounts of signs. I just want you guys to have a look at this here, right? 25% of the signs generated by allied city-states. You get extra signs from specialists, free signs from constabularies, which we had everywhere. So quite a bit. Then you get the military ones, you get signs anyhow, right? 20 signs from them. So we got a lot of signs, and one of the reasons I actually want to do this review is I want to show you what happened with India. And this, by the way, is using Melee's difficulty mode, where the early game is just a little bit easier, but then it sort of scales and the late game becomes harder. How much harder you can see here. India is on 78 techs. And he's got 14 order policies. I'm 15 techs behind. I'm on 8 freedom. I didn't want to go freedom, but it was the best option because the Kremlin was gone and it gave us some more stuff with votes and things. Originally I also wanted to go for a tourism victory, but that also is absolutely not happening, or wasn't happening. As you can see, India got double our tourism, and they're actually influential over most everybody apart from us. Right, so we're just about keeping ahead here. We are also dominant on quite a few, but can't get anywhere near India. So they were like absolutely snowballing out of control. So the last victory chance I had was the diplomatic one, and for that we eventually had to declare war on Venice because they took they bought Malacca here, and then they bought this one here, or no, this one is settled here, but I captured it and let Cape Town sort of capture it. So we just destroyed it. They bought Ragusa, and we had to liberate all them city-states in order to keep our votes and get the extra yields from the city-states. At the same time, we were attacked 3 times by the Aztecs here. If we look at him, he's got a lot of land as well. I mean, he was really, really big. What's he on now? He's on 17 cities now. And he's gonna 40, right? And I've actually got 3 cities less, even though I'm going progress meant to go wide. That's why I'm thinking I might have pushed in here just a little bit more earlier when I had the chance, but I didn't wanna get in between England and the Aztecs here. So Venice eventually did. Maybe it worked out okay, you know, but I was gonna play a peaceful game, but the way it always goes in Civ, it's not always possible, right? So we fought quite a few wars here. They also captured Vilnius, and I couldn't get through. I couldn't get past that city. I almost captured it, and then he was bringing. First time he was bringing reinforcements, and second time he had bombers before I had any sort of defense against that. So later I got the trial planes, and then when he attacked me for the third time, there was nothing he could do. So we actually got some of the good early wonders, right? We got a great library, and we got the Borobudur, which helped with the faith. We got a Sistine Chapel. That was important to get. The Palace of Westminster for the extra votes. Statue of Liberty is the freedom thing. Globe Theatre and Parthenon were good. There was also the Georgia Army headquarters that helped our culture a bit. And then here you can see the Crystal Palace, Olympic Village, and the United Nations. And I was actually lucky. Somebody proposed the ideology one, and I think it might have been England. Yeah, I was really lucky because I was proposing United Nations, and she was proposing World Ideology Freedom. And because I had control of the World Congress, I was able to pass both of them, and then we got to United Nations, because otherwise we would never have gotten into the position where we are now. We're just one turn away from the vote now, and just do some stuff here. Where is the World Congress here? So we need 43 votes, and we're on 51. There's a great diplomat here. There's a couple more ambassadors running around. I don't have to. I think in the game I actually declared on him. And then I think I just killed those guys here, right? Or Thingy did, and that guy weren't gonna spread his music in my place. Yeah, so I declared on him so that he couldn't flip any more of my city-states. It's maybe the safest thing to do. I liberated Malacca when England taken over since and couldn't get enough missionaries up there. That's also one of the things I wasn't sure what to take as a Reformation belief. I took the one where you can buy any great person. Considering that I was going for the tourism thing, there's also one where you get tourism from every faith purchase building. So that might have been the one that would have scaled our tourism the most, but then again, I also needed quite a few things here to theme my great works, so maybe that was okay. We bought quite a few artists and writers. We themed everything here, so that's got its own advantages as well. But the amount of signs that India here generated is just crazy. And then he built all the world wonders, the later ones. So the Sydney Opera House, the Eiffel Tower, Schwanstein, Empire State Building, all the late ones, right? Slater Mill, but that's just production, but the Louvre, of course, he got the Porcelain Tower for extra signs again. And if you look at this religion, it doesn't sort of give him great amounts of signs or anything. If anything, it's culture. He's got the buildings he can faith purchase down there. It's the amphitheater, the opera house, museum, broadcast tower, and stadiums as well. And then he's got the thing where the 10% of the faith purchase is converted into culture and money. So that's maybe not a bad combination. We can get another thing here. Doesn't matter. This is actually just a little bit late for this thing here. So just gonna vote for ourselves. We lost the city-state somewhere in the last turn. So there you are. I'm not gonna move any more units here. Let's just leave it all. I got quite a few artifacts here. Also stole a couple from Venice up here. That's why this guy hasn't got a job. Yeah, we had quite a big fleet as well. We had ships everywhere. Some more over here, and then the biggest part was down here. We lost some as well. There's a pretty almighty sea battles down here. The thing is, we didn't have the authority where we sort of kill and heal. The spy system I was also going to talk about. I was not entirely sure how it worked or how well it worked. There's certainly nothing there that sort of lets you catch up in science the way it used to. It might have been OP in the past, but here you sort of got missions, and you sort of the outcome is sort of instant, or it takes a few turns, and then a raid for it. Actually, honestly, I don't fully understand it. It feels like it works the way it's designed, I have to say that, but it's just sort of this pilfering of the fairly low amounts. In fairness, they are getting experience then, but if you send like a level 3 spy into even like a security level, like in here even, you wouldn't be able to get anything. You get a killed in action chance of 75%. So there is absolutely nothing doing in protected cities, I found. I actually had all my guys in Indian cities and I couldn't do anything. And they were good ones, right? So in the end, it's just, there's no point in leaving them there and trying a mission where the failure rate is like 75%. So I brought them all home. And we even killed some guys here. But it's still something that's on the right way. I just think the missions need looking at a little bit more. Currently build Hubble, and that'll be him up to almost 80 ticks now. We're sort of getting quite friendly with England in the end. Actually capture one of the Venetian cities here. And they helped around here. And there it is. I don't very often achieve this. I think even when you play as Austria or Germany, Greece or something like that, there's always a chance that the AI starts killing off your allied city-states or just attack you because they don't like you. So a score of 5,000 is actually, I don't know, I guess it's okay for Diplo victory. I mean, as Askia had a really high score. But that's it. When we finished in 1876, that's reasonably early, I guess. As I said, we were playing on DT, using Melee's mod, and to actually achieve any kind of victory while one of the Civs here is 15 ticks ahead. It's maybe no mean achievement. So that's what, I don't know if you guys got sort of inspired a little bit by the first two videos and had to go at this. You can let me know in the comment section if you did anything and which strategies, policies and you chose and how that worked for you. I mean, that it worked out in the end was not what I had planned, so I can't really claim all that much credit for it, but it was always a reasonably cool game. It was brutal. Our faith output was sort of just about enough that we could keep the alliances here. India was forever pushing hard to grab almost on Lhasa here. But I couldn't do everything right. I couldn't keep the alliances and also keep my religion down here. I might have expected Persia to do a bit of a better job. They were actually friendly with us earlier in the game. And in the end they sort of gave up and they didn't much like us in the end. Nothing too bad. Yeah, behavior infuriates them. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's our Dido adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're inspired by the first two videos and hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.